Hey guys, so it's the 9th of July in 2024 and I'm here in Krakow in the southeast of Poland. Today I'm going to make you a guided tour and tell you about the costs of things here in Krakow. How much do things really cost here in Krakow in 2024? I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons and just explain the prices in detail to you in this city. So Krakow is one of the best cities in Europe for a city break holiday. It's one of the most popular cities in Europe for a city break holiday. And this is the most popular city break holiday for British tourists coming here. So some people are coming here to party and hit all the bars, the nightclubs, the restaurants. You get groups of guys like straight ahead. You get all the hen parties, all the stag parties coming here to party. So if you need information about our pub crawl, you get 1 hour free drinks on our pub crawl. Drink anything you want, any type of spirits you want, and you get 1 free vodka shot in every bar. It's around £17 per person, and just make comments if you want my phone number to join our daily bar crawl. So that's definitely a cheap way to go out, much cheaper than going to the bars here and the restaurants. The prices in the bars here range from about 20 zloty for a beer to 30 zloty, so it's between £4 and £6 for a pint of beer, depending on which bar you go to. If you're at the main market square here, then international beers will definitely cost you about £5 or £6 in these bars at the main market square area of Krakow. Also, the Jewish area is a very good night out. The Jewish area is also expensive, though. It's also about £4 or £5 for a pint of beer in the majority of bars there in the Jewish area of Krakow. One thing that is very expensive here in Krakow is wine. Wine in Poland costs around, well, it costs around 120 zloty to 200 zloty for a bottle of wine. If you're at the main market square area here, you're going to pay about 200 zloty or 150 zloty for a bottle of wine. 150 zloty is £30 and 200 zloty is £40. So wine is generally very expensive in Krakow and generally in all the cities in Poland. Wine is considered a luxury here in Poland, and most ladies in Poland, when they go out, they'll drink vodka with a mixer, like vodka apple juice or vodka with some kind of mixer. Now, vodka is very, very cheap here in Poland, and vodka is made here in Poland. They have some of the best vodka in the world, so you can buy vodkas like Soplica vodka, for example. Soplica vodka is a very good value for money, and it is a decent vodka. You'll buy a bottle of that for about £8 in the supermarket. If you go to the supermarkets, prices are much, much cheaper than in the bars or the restaurants here, obviously. So you could buy some alcohol to bring back home. I recommend that you bring lots of vodka back home. Bring the Polish vodka back home as gifts for your family, because you can buy all the flavored vodkas like cherry vodka, lemon vodka, nut vodka, and things like that as well. But going into the prices a bit more, so here's all the restaurants surrounding the outside of the main market square, and a standard dish in the restaurant will cost you between 60 and 100 zloty. The main courses start from £12, which is 60 zloty, and they go up to about 100 zloty. For a steak, obviously, you pay more than 100 zloty, you pay more than £20 for a steak, but the prices are similar to a small town in England. There's a misconception when tourists come here and they think it's going to be very, very cheap in Krakow in Poland. The prices are not cheap here in Krakow. Krakow is a tourist city with up to 20 million tourists a year, and the prices are similar to a small town in England, to a normal town in England. The prices here are cheaper than in New York, cheaper than in Amsterdam, cheaper than in Paris, but they are not cheap here in Krakow. So when you go around here, my advice is to compare prices. There can be one place where it's very expensive, like 200 zloty, 250 zloty for a bottle of wine, and then the place next door might be 120 zloty for a bottle of wine. So you need to compare the prices. One pub you go to might be, for example, it might be £6 for a pint of beer. There might be a pub next door where it's £3.50 or £4 for a pint of beer. But if you drink Polish beer, it tends to be around half the price of an international beer. So the Polish beers that you can order are Tiski beer, you can order Żywiec beer, you can order Perla beer. They're the most popular 3 beers that I know about here. And if you order a local tap beer, it will be much cheaper for you than ordering an international beer. So when you go to the bar, just say, I'll have a local beer, please. Look at the names of the beers and make sure you're ordering a Polish beer if you want good value for money, if you want to pay half the price. But if you order international beers, it can get very expensive here. A pint of Guinness can be £6 or £7 here, especially if you go to an Irish pub here, it will be very expensive. Irish pubs charge you Irish prices and British prices. And if you go to a pub with an English name, it's going to have English prices, because it's a pub that's targeting British tourists, and all of their customers going to those pubs will be tourists. So what you want to do is try some Polish pubs here and you'll experience the Polish culture a bit more. And in the Polish pubs, it will be half the price of any pub with an Irish or an English name. So Main Market Square in Polish is called Rynek Główny. If you want to ask for a beer, ask for a piwo. Piwo means beer in Polish language. If you want to say good day, just say dzień dobry. And if you want to say thank you, you say dziękuję. But foreigners struggle to use Polish language. They struggle with Polish language. It's one of the most difficult languages in the whole world. So to say thank you, just say dzięki. And that's like a local way of saying thank you, and it's a little bit easier for you as well. So prices of other things like a coffee can range between £3 and £5. Just watch out in places for extra charges, like they charge me extra for the milk to go with my coffee. I ordered a pot of tea, and it's a bit cheeky. They charge me 4 zloty extra for the little bit of milk to go with my tea at one of the coffee shops recently. I've noticed that happens here in Krakow in a number of coffee shops, because Krakow particularly is a tourist city, and that's why they do it like that. Also, if you order things like bread, they might charge you extra money for your butter. So watch out for restaurants that charge you extras on top of your bill, and always check the menu before you go inside places as well. At night time, after 8 o'clock at night, there are some people, promoters on the street, and they are targeting drunk tourists, and they offer you to go into a strip club or a nightclub. They'll approach you late at night most days of the week, and they particularly target tourists. This is a scam that goes on. So when you go inside that club, you will be billed a lot of money. It's run by organized crime gangs, run by criminals, and they will tell you many, many lies to go inside. And when you go inside there, they will bill you for thousands and thousands of zlotys. They will bill you a lot of money, and their aim is to take all of your money when you're inside. They'll give you a promotion outside, like a free beer or some discounts to go inside. They'll be very persuasive, the people approaching you in the street at nighttime to go into these strip clubs, and they'll promise you a brilliant night. But once you're inside, you'll probably get your drink pilled. They also have a trick on the card as well, a card trick. Well, when you pay on your PIN number on your card, they say the card's not gone through, and they ask you to pay again. They say, sorry, your card didn't go through, can you try it again? So you try your card again, and you put the PIN in again, and then you put the PIN in again and again. So you're entering your card number in multiple numbers of times, and they're billing you multiple numbers of times. So when people check their credit card bill, they were billed for thousands of pounds, and it was a complete scam. There was other people came here, like the Chorley rugby team came here, for example. They told me that they were pilled. They can drink a lot of alcohol. They went in, they had a few shots, they had complete memory loss for days. They were persuaded to go into one of these clubs, and they lost an absolute fortune. And I meet tourists here every single week who have been scammed and conned by these strip clubs. So that's the biggest scam that you need to watch out for here. Do not go into strip clubs here in Krakow. Other scams you need to watch out for, there's people walking around town and they're asking for money for Ukraine. You need to check their paperwork very carefully. Some of them are legitimate, some of them are not legitimate, some of them are scammers, and they're asking you to give them money to various charities because of the Ukrainian war. They will give you a story, a very, very sad story about children that have been injured in the war, people that have become homeless because of the war, and they'll tell you many different things to make you sad, and then you'll end up giving them money. You need to check their paperwork, check which charity they work for, and check it's all legitimate before you give them cash into that box. Some of them are walking around here at the Main Market Square area. Some of them operate on Florianska Street as well, but there's hundreds and hundreds of people operating around Krakow asking you for money for various charities. So you have to check out those charities, just check they're legitimate before you give, because you are giving money there over on the street to strangers. So the weather right now, it's been about 33, 34 degrees, very, very hot and humid because it's July. The summer is hot and sunny for the whole summer here. It's much, much hotter than the weather in the UK here. It's very, very hot here in Poland in the summer, and it will be nice and warm and sunny right until October. The perfect time of year to come here is in May or June, or if you come here in September or October, and the weather will be sunny, but just fresh and just perfect. July and August can be humid, but still it's really nice and sunny almost every day, and they have much warmer summers here than in the UK, so it is a good place for a summer holiday. In the winter months, the weather goes really, really cold. It's like minus temperatures, so it can be -10, -5, it can be 0, but it's extremely cold. So bring a hat, bring very, very warm, insulated gloves. You need thermal gloves here in the winter time. It is extremely cold. Beware about wearing shoes with a good grip, because some of the streets here are cobbled and there's lots of slips and trips here as well. So be careful, wear comfortable trainers when you're here in Krakow because of the cobbled streets here. And that is something to be aware of as well. And also, when you come here to Poland as well, health and safety is a concern for me. I've lived here for 10 years in Poland, and there are so many different accidents here happening because people are moving through the main market square and on the pavements on normal streets, and they're moving very, very fast on these scooters and on bicycles, and it's become a massive problem. About 4 years ago, I was hit by a bicycle in a pedestrianised area, the main market square. The cyclist was going fast, cycled straight into me. I had an injured arm for 2 years. I went to the hospital and it took me a long time to recover from that broken arm. Basically, the cyclists everywhere here, there's too many bikes around, and the cyclists are going extremely fast in pedestrianised zones. The police have done nothing about these cyclists or the scooters that are going fast here, but there needs to be more rules, there needs to be more fines to protect people so they can walk around safely in the city. On the right side here, we've got the Hard Rock Cafe, and in the center there, this is called St. Mary's Church. And every hour, you'll hear the bells ringing there from St. Mary's Church as well. So there's so many different things to see and to do when you're here in Krakow in Poland. You can see Auschwitz and Birkenau, the museum for remembrance. That's just about 1 hour and 20 minutes drive away from here. I also organise day trips to Auschwitz and Birkenau. If you want to go to Auschwitz, just click on comments and make a comment and ask for my phone number, and you can send me a WhatsApp. And I organise tours to Auschwitz and Birkenau for all the British and international tourists that come here. I do guided tours directly in English to Auschwitz and return transport, so I make it all easy for you, and you'll have a very good trip if you book with me. I also do day trips to the Wieliczka salt mines. If you want to go to the salt mines, we pick you up at the hotel, we drive you there and back, tickets included, and 2 hours guided tour with a professional licensed tour guide, all British people together and directly in English. We also do a day trip to Zakopane and the thermal baths. You want to check out my other guided tours on my channel from Zakopane. It's one of the most beautiful towns in Europe. It's definitely the most beautiful town that I've seen in Poland, Zakopane. And Zakopane is very, very Polish. It's a very, very beautiful town in the mountains, and it looks like a town in Switzerland or somewhere. It's just absolutely beautiful in Zakopane. We also do a trip to the shooting range as well. If you want to shoot some guns, we pick you up at your hotel, we drive you there and back, you get an instructor to teach you how to shoot, and we do a trip to the shooting range. So also click on comments and ask for my number if you want to go to the shooting range as well. And of course, the bars here are quite expensive now. Inflation is some of the highest inflation here in the whole of Europe. In the last 2-3 years, inflation has been absolutely massive here, especially after COVID. And these days you pay between £3 and £5 for a coffee. You can pay a lot of money for cocktails. Some places here are 50 zloty for a cocktail, which is £10. So the prices are pretty similar to what you pay in Liverpool. My hometown is like a seaside town, 20 minutes from Liverpool, and I can get a pint of beer for about £3.50 or £4 for basic beers like Carlsberg and that type of thing. But here in Poland, you certainly pay that price or more. So don't make the mistake coming here with a low budget. Make sure that you've got plenty of holiday money to spend when you come here to Krakow. I also recommend you a visit to the Jewish area. The Jewish area is a very eclectic area, and it's a very interesting area with lots of history. And you've got an area there called the Nazi Ghetto. Now, we do a sightseeing city tour on an electric car, like a golf cart, and we do you a really nice guided tour of the Jewish area. And we also do a guided tour of the Nazi Ghetto. We show you Schindler's factory area, which is called Zablocze, and we show you all the most interesting areas of Krakow. So if you want a sightseeing city tour on the golf cart, send me a WhatsApp as well. Click on comments, ask for my number, and I'll give you my WhatsApp number, and I can organise you a sightseeing city tour with a very good tour guide who speaks very good English at a very, very low price. So this tour's taken about 7 o'clock in the evening. The sun's still bright and shining, really, really nice and sunny. So to get here from England, you can fly here with Ryanair. I got a flight here from Liverpool with Ryanair. My flight last week cost about £60 to get back here, so it's very good value for money. You can also fly here with EasyJet airline company from many different airports in the UK, and you can also fly here with Wizz Air. but the Wizz Air flights go to Katowice airport. They're very cheap, but there is a connecting bus from Katowice airport going through to Krakow, so you can also look at Wizz Air. Jet2 also do flights here from Manchester and from Liverpool, so have a look at Jet2 Airlines as well, and they have some flights there that are also good value for money. You can also book a package holiday here with Travelpedia, and also EasyJet do package holidays here, and Ryanair as well. So some people get a package holiday here too. So Krakow is located in the southeast of Poland. It's about just over 2 hours drive to get to the Ukrainian border from here, and we're also very, very close to the Czech Republic. If you drive from here for about just over 1 hour, you'll be at the Czech Republic border, and you can go and see some wonderful cities like Ostrava and Olomouc in the south of the Czech Republic. We're also only about 2.5 hours drive from Slovakia, so maybe think about a day trip to Slovakia, and there's lots of nice cities in Slovakia nearby, like Poprad, for example. Poprad would be a lovely city to visit. So guys, it was just a short tour today, but thank you very much for watching my guided tour today, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Travel with Col, and that's Col with a C-O-L, and you'll see all of my guided tours from the best cities in Poland and all the best holiday destinations in Europe. And guys, please give me some likes on that and give me some comments, because when you leave likes and when you leave comments, it does help the channel. Thank you very much guys, have a nice day, bye bye, cheers, bye.